9:57 p.m. 4/5/2017. Good evening, people. I know you're just holding your breath waiting for my next video. You love them so much. You love them so much. I had a thought today while I was watching ID. Does that surprise you? Man, that show will give me some thoughts. Now, I'm not kidding you. Any of them. Any of those episodes on there. Lay them on me. Most of them. Sometimes I'll have to wander away because I can't take it, but for some reason today I got a thought. Look at that now, dang. Alright, when I began being a runaway from the daycares in Sedalia, Missouri, I was between like the ages of 3-ish or 4-ish to maybe 7. Well, no, 6. Okay? Very young. In both of the daycares, and I've made videos, screencasts about them before. Both of them were across State 50 highway. You know? So each time I ran off from those places and went home to wake up my dad, who was at the time still on the night shift, I was crossing the highway by myself. I didn't get picked up by cops. I didn't get kidnapped, swiped, whatever. Of course, that was the 60s. And yeah, things like that happened back then too. I'm not saying they didn't. I'm just saying they didn't happen to me. Alright? Now, fast forward the timeline to 1993 to 1995. Alright? Within that time frame, you've got my stepdaughter, who in 93 was 13 years old. Pardon me. I'll add another stogie, that's what I need. And a swig of half-cold coffee. Ugh. So, our house there on South Washington in Sedalia, Missouri, which was downtown, the downtown area, was catty corner across the street from a big old Catholic church. Okay? You can see it from pretty far away. I'm going to say way far away because, well, how far is that anyhow? Okay? Now, just across from that property to the south was the post office. Usually pretty busy. I guess like any place it would have its downtime, some not busy moments or something. Alright. Then back north a little bit to the Catholic Church. And look west. There's the senior center. Alright. Go on down that block. 2 blocks. The new county jail wasn't there at that point. Or at that stop sign, you'd be looking at the back of that county jail. Okay, so the sheriff's office is just beyond that. Alright, then, I don't know how many blocks, I'll say 3 to 5 blocks west is the police department. That's not counting the neighbors there that the stepdaughter had made acquaintance with. One on either side of us, actually, until Miss Cook moved, across from our house there was a little cleaner building called Atkins. And then right beyond that, on the east of their parking lot in the back, there was an old house that had been converted into apartments. And Mrs. Cook lived on that ground floor, and the stepdaughter knew very well how to get there, because I'd let her go over there and visit with Mrs. Cook. You see? So all those things, yet she's claiming what she claimed happened to her between 93 and 95. And as you know, I read the reports, I had the files given to me from the State Defender's Office. Okay. Where was I going with that? I don't know now. Did I lose time? It's now 10:03. Thought, well, if I suffered some missing time there, maybe I got abducted. But anyhow, it's not like me in the 60s as, a 3 to 5-year-old, 3 to 6-year-old, something like that, from 2 different daycares, running away by myself, clear across 2 highways. It's a 13-year-old with places to go to right there in the immediate vicinity, close proximity to the house where she had made acquaintance, which she was allowed to do. You know, we weren't trying to backwoods her and not allow contact with anyone. I'm just still bowled over. I'm sorry. And I still haven't gotten the answers, and I've pretty much given up hope on that, because nobody really wants to talk about what a crappy job they did. They only want to glamorize themselves in the good jobs that they do, even though people are languishing at their crappy jobs. And my family has languished and suffered from their crappy job that they did on our case. And several people have mentioned to me and told me pointedly that I should move on and I should forget it. And they, I guess, are totally uneducated about it and feel that anyone who does a confession actually did the crime, because that's not how that works either. And they have needed a big wake-up on that, wake-up call on that for a long time. That's the scenario. Me, an underage kid, age 3-ish to 6-ish, running away from 2 abusive daycares on her own across 2 one highway 2 times, many times, from 2 daycares, many times. There's no way I can count how many times. I just bolted. Maybe someone would just say, oh, she's just a runner. My mother would argue that kids just don't run off for no reason. Well, yeah, they kind of do. And she found that out with my son. He'd get up and go. He got out on her one day, and she called me in a panic. And luckily I had gone ahead and got my license again, and asked me to jump in the van and try to find him. And luckily I did. I threw my hands up and asked the angels to steer the van, and they did. Don't tell me angels don't work for you. If you ask them to, they will, if you need them to. That's what was on my mind today. And I hadn't been online that much. Partly because my connection was really bad. Wow, that was strange. Go ahead and upload this. It might take all night. I've been having a really, really creepy, cruddy kind of connection day, so thanks for watching. Catch you later.